congratulate Denver. Well-played game. Gillette was outstanding. They defended very well. They got a lead early. We got going in spurts. And it was kind of, we were waiting for a goal to get us going versus looked like versus us turning the tide. We did a little bit in the third there. But tip your hat to Denver.
Questions for Jimmy? Raise your hand. We have a wireless mic.
Not all at once.
Jimmy, just talk a little bit about what Denver did well just overall tonight against you guys. It seemed like they were opportunistic, I guess.
Yeah, I think we knew their game plan was just try to get a lead early and then hold on. They're a really structured team. We knew that coming into the game, and yeah, that's just what they want to do. They usually try to get a goal or two out of their top guys, and then just kind of play shutdown hockey, and and it works for them. But tonight they had some secondary scoring, really helped them, and we kind of played right in their hands.
Jimmy, can you talk about the momentum swing at the end of the first period? I mean, they were able to kill off a penalty, power play, and then they score with about 5.6 seconds left off the rush right as the power play ended.
Yeah, momentum's huge in hockey in general, but mostly, or especially in the playoffs. And to score at the end of a period like that, it really helps the morale of a team. They can go into the locker room just with a little bit more confidence. If we hang on for 5 more seconds, it could be a different game. But yeah, like I said, they jumped on their opportunities, and it worked out for them.
Is that it for Jimmy? Oh, there's Matt.
Ryan, gets the goal to get you guys within 3-1. I mean, there's 6 minutes left, but did you feel like you guys had a little bit of momentum and then just kind of get caught in a bad spot? Or?
Yeah, I think we had a little bit of energy coming off that. He makes big plays for us, and we thought that could have been one of them just to get us going a little bit, but then they capitalized again, and I think that was kind of the game there.
Jimmy, just talk about going into the tournament. What this team's expectations are. Going into tomorrow. I think you guys kind of know your fate here, but let's talk a little bit about going into this with this team this year.
I think the biggest thing for us is just we were in a similar spot 2 years ago. We have a lot of guys, a big junior class, and some seniors that remember that first game here in this building really well. We know that we're going to face a good team. I think probably Air Force, and we saw what they did to Western Michigan. So right now, just focusing on them. There's no Saturday if we don't take care of business Friday. So just all week, just focus on Air Force or whoever it is, and go from there.
Anyone else? Okay. Thanks, Jimmy. Appreciate it. Take questions for Coach.
Bob, after the third goal, you decided to change goals. Were you just looking for momentum change, I guess, at that point?
Yeah, and get him out of there. He'd been going awful strong, and we were, he really wasn't at fault in them. I mean, they were kind of fluky goals. One gets ricocheted in on the first one, and, I didn't like the backhander, but it was, at that point, Smitty's been good for us. Let's get him in there, see if we can change something up, and let's get David out of there. It was kind of a simple decision to do.
Bob, in that first period, you had possession, you were winning faceoffs, you had a couple power plays. Just didn't seem like you had some puck luck. How frustrating was it going into that first intermission down 2-0?
I'm not going to use the word frustrating. Their first goal was a scrambly one. I was really disappointed on the second goal. Lizotte makes an unbelievable play to the net, and he gets completely cross-checked in the back and put down to the ice. And they pop out, and the guy comes off on a line change, and we don't get back on that on a great scoring chance. And we're down 2-0. And it was just a bad bounce for us because he made a spectacular play to get to the net front. And then, we're hauled down, and so now we don't have guys to get back on the back check. And That's the way it works.
Bob, 3 goals down, and third period, you don't want to be taking penalties. That just seemed to kill any chance you had to come back at that point.
Right? They called 3.
Did you agree with those, or was that just made it an uphill battle?
Yeah, I mean, it was unfortunate that that we put like 3 penalties, 6 minutes, but we were going, and then after we came out of it, we killed them all off, and we got our momentum. And after we made it 3-1, we had a couple of great chances, and they got another fluky one. So that was a tough spot that we were in.
Bob, the Frozen Four is here in a couple weeks. I'm thinking back to Ferris State, a regional final against Minnesota tonight. You've also won a North Star Cup here. You like this building?
I love this building. A lot.
Anything else?
All right.
Okay. Thanks, Coach.